Hello, great people. I want to speak about VeryDarkMan and Bobrisky's case. I want to speak about it. VeryDarkMan, Bobrisky, the issue has been going on and the media has been awashed by it. But what I want to focus on is VeryDarkMan. How he is a kind of like wise guy. You see, in life, you have to choose your battle. You have to choose it wisely. VeryDarkMan apologizing to Femi Falana, I think is a great step first, which I will explain more. Then he appearing at the House of Representatives for that hearing is also a very good step, a step in the right direction. And it has shown that this guy is a wise guy. But before I explain that, I must first of all say that we need people like VeryDarkMan. In a society like Nigeria whereby people just want to cheat you for no reason, and people think that they can get away with it. So if we have 20 VeryDarkMan, imagine that, this one is very dark man. So you just imagine we have very orange man. We are using colors now. Very purple man, very yellow man, very white man. And we have them about 20. Definitely the society will be better off. Because you know that if you do something wrong, if VeryDarkMan doesn't come for you, very orange man or very blue man will come for you. So kudos to the guy. His actions is very necessary at this point in time in the history of Nigeria, and it's not easy to be an activist in a country like Nigeria whereby they can just summarily throw you in jail and nothing will happen. You may not be guilty. Some people protested. They are still in prison till now just for protesting. So imagine you now being an activist and releasing something that will come against EFCC, prison, Femi Falana. In a country like Nigeria, it's not easy. So VeryDarkMan, I think, is somebody that Nigerians must appreciate. That said, now his apology to Femi Falana, I think, is very wise, because Femi Falana is a lawyer. You cannot crucify a lawyer that somebody is trying to hire. Lawyers defend both criminals and righteous people. That's their trade. If Femi Falana decide to just only want to be defending righteous people, he's not going to sell. He's going to go bankrupt. In fact, how good you are as a lawyer depending on how many criminals you are able to set free. So you cannot bring a recording and be asking in the question that I hope, but your body language in that particular recording is showing that, you're asking a question, but that question itself is an accusation. I think that is not right from VeryDarkMan, and that's why I've asserted that it needs a little bit of reorientation. His activism is good, but it needs a bit of education, reorientation. It needs some what I could call polishing. If VeryDarkMan is subjected to some polishing, trust me, he's going to be one of the greatest artists, greatest activists that have ever come out from Nigeria. Because one, what you need to be a successful activist is courage. He already has it. What you need to be a successful activist is resilience. He already has it. But then, when you listen to him, he makes some avoidable mistake. So if I happen to be VeryDarkMan, I won't accuse Femi Falana or ask question that will be like I am accusing him, because a lawyer is doing his professional job. So you cannot come out and accuse a lawyer for doing his professional job. Definitely he has to defend people. Now VeryDarkMan going to the floor of the House of Representatives is a very wise decision, in the sense that the panel was set up and maybe within a day or 2 or 3 days they were to appear, and he was able to transport himself to the House of Representatives. He was able to dress at least reasonably. He didn't go there with his usual singlet and all that, and maybe he didn't want to go there with maybe shirt and trouser or suit. He doesn't want to look Western. He decided to go there with his Benin traditional attire, And in Nigeria, if you wear your traditional attire to the House of Representatives, they cannot say no. You either dress corporate, the Western, you either dress like the Western people, your suit and tie, or you wear your traditional attire. So long as they can verify that this is your traditional attire, definitely nobody can stop you from entering. So, in terms of appearance, I'll give him a pass mark. In terms of making himself available within a very short notice, I'll give him a pass mark that, oh, this guy that you would think that he will not want to be responsive to a probe made himself available. I'll give him a pass mark. Another thing I'll give him a pass mark for is a situation whereby he was able to quickly arrange a lawyer. Within 2 to 3 days, he was able to arrange a lawyer, a popular one at that, who is also into activism, to accompany him there. That shows that at least he was able to kind of like plan himself well. That shows that if VeryDarkMan is being given some orientation, some packaging, definitely is going to do wonders. It's going to do great wonders. Unlike somebody like Bobrisky, although we must not remove the fact that naturally, if you are the one that have the evidence and you are the one accusing people, it will naturally be fast for you to go because you feel you are not guilty, you are exposing corruption. So it will be fast for you to turn up, unlike that of Bobrisky. Although I think that Bobrisky's lawyers did not maybe advise him well, but then it is also a means for Bobrisky's lawyers to earn money. Lawyers will say, oh, Bobrisky, don't go to that panel. Hold on. Let us go there and represent you. Then there's also an image crisis, an appearance crisis for Bobrisky. Nigeria recognizes 2 genders, male and female. In every form in Nigeria, Nigeria is not like the West that they will say, oh, transgender. No, it's either male and female. So according to the Nigerian law, you can either be a male or a female. So Bobrisky is a male and female together. Under such circumstance, if Bobrisky decide to go to the House of Representatives and say, oh, will he go there dressing like a woman with nails? The people in the House of Representatives, who some of them happen to be old guys, may be like, what kind of audacity? What audacity? What effrontery? That you come to the House of Representatives dressed like this and they can begin to molest, should I say shame? I think that's a balance between she and him. So shame. So they can begin to molest shame. And at the end of the day, if they subject Bobrisky to any form of abuse, that okay, security people remove all these polished fingernails, Bobrisky at that point in time cannot defend himself. So I think that's the angle Bobrisky is coming from by not appearing. But I will do some videos whereby I will focus on Bobrisky, especially you see in life, if you cannot close your mouth, you will run into problem. And if you want to be doing show off that yes, I'm there, yes, I'm well connected, yes, I'm influential, you will run into problem. What brought Bobrisky into this crisis is his inability to close, his or her mouth. Is that inability to close mouth. Another lesson is learn to stick to agreement. You borrowed 4 million from somebody. If you have given that person that money, that person will not have been aggrieved, talk less of making a video or sending it to VeryDarkMan. So if you are watching me and you are the type that they will do you a favor, you will be reluctant to reciprocate. You will borrow money. When you want to borrow money, you will be begging, but to return that money will be a problem. I hope you've learned something from Bobrisky. So another thing is the House of Representatives. I hope this won't just be like every other normal committee, because since VeryDarkMan appeared, we've not heard anything. We've not heard the House of Representatives trying to maybe issue an arrest warrant on Bobrisky or compelling him to appear. So we want to see this probe to the end because it involves vital institutions in Nigeria. Imagine if if somebody is convicted, that means that person is guilty, and they sentence that person, but that person did not go to prison. Imagine such a society. That is lack of rule of law. That is injustice. And imagine if EFCC, that is meant to fight corruption, is now being accused of corruption. Where is the hope in Nigeria? So I hope to see this to the end for the sake of fortifying the institution itself. Bobrisky is a minor case. Bobrisky is a minor issue. VeryDarkMan is a minor issue. But the institution, if this continue, or how many people do we know are benefiting from what VeryDarkMan is accusing Bobrisky of? So we cannot afford to have a society whereby anarchy will reign supreme, when lawlessness will reign supreme. It's been an interesting time with you guys on this episode of Politing with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Omoshola Deji is a political scientist and a public affairs analyst with a PhD in political science. I'm doing this by popular demand. Politics is my first address. I hope I've been able to weigh in on it by popular demand. If you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button. Till I come your way, like I always say, I'm not far from you. I'm just around the corner. Stay safe. I love you all sincerely.